Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. We have a couple of confident teams coming into today's game. Both walked off the field with victories last time out. It's the 49ers going up against the Falcons.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And his first pass is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Play action. It's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
In the red zone this time. Again, Ryan. The quick slant caught. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They go play action now. Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal. From the gun, it's Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Colby Listenby, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. first down. McCarthy out to the flat for Hyde. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On 1st and 10, McCarthy. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down.
Here we go now.
From the gun, McCarthy. And that'll be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
Here we go now. 3-19. Gone, gone. Leopard. Gone, gone. Here we go now.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. That one clearly still early, but that would be a bit of a surprise. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. So out come the Falcons now. And partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him. You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Here's Ryan to throw. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And Jones has it over the middle. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200 plus right now. Ryan. And that is incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. To throw on second down. McCarthy. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
An update from Lambeau on the NFL scoreboard. Early lead in that one for the Packers. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up. Wanting to get a good get off on the snap. Jump too quickly.
Wonder what's in the offensive playbook on 3rd and 13. We're about to find out. Operating from the gun. McCarthy got his man complete over the middle. It's Hale. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. From the gun, McCarthy. A throw left side complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
The slot man in motion right. Following the penalty, it's Hyde. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. And they pick up another first down with that run.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And now it's second down.
Let's go.
They'll give to Hyde. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Finding Gabriel complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Taylor Gabriel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Gold now out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. 51 yards. Now a first down carry by Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble. Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Throwing on first down. McCarthy, throw left side, complete to Ross. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Looking to throw on second down. McCarthy. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he sheds himself free. That's Carlos Hyde. See you later. Touchdown, 49ers. Carlos Hyde, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Get loud. I want to hear you.
Gold now out to kick it away. On the return, here's Justin Hardy. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
first and 10. It's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Eric Armstead. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. On second down, Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
This is fielded at the goal line. And now running right through it. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. They go play action here on first down. And he whips that one incomplete there. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Around the NFL, they're in the second quarter at Lambeau. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Second down now after the incompletion. Throwing again. Ryan. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Gabriel, the man in motion. First down, a run with Hyde. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward. Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Gold now out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. To throw is Ryan. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On first down, Ryan. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory.
If a post pattern is often equated as a change-up route, how about when you throw it to your big guy down the center of the field? Covered or not, you have great confidence he's going to come down with the football. And when he does, as we just saw, long gains often result.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The second quarter score from KC, and it's the Chiefs that have grabbed the early lead over the Chargers. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. First down, McCarthy. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
To throw on second down, McCarthy. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Gabriel, the man in motion. The toss play. This is high. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McCarthy. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Back it up, Philly. Here we go. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They run again with Hyde on 1st. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 2nd down following the run.
Here we go now.
From the gun, McCarthy under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Duke Riley, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Niners on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Looking to throw. McCarthy looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ross. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Bradley Pena now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
He'll try and throw for it here. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 29. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. But sometimes we see why they're buried deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school. I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
On 1st and 10, McCarthy fighting, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Tech McKinley, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On 2nd down, Hyde, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Throwing on 3rd and long. McCarthy, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on second down, McCarthy. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. A very solid gain of 27. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Handoff comes to Hyde. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Again, it's Hyde. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Tote for the afternoon workhorse. It's Hyde. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be fourth down. They'll run for it. Hyde. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Toss play to McKinnon. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Falcons grab it. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
So they're going to go for 2. Recovery. It's Ryan. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
Throwing on first down. McCarthy. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tech McKinley in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the fourth down in New Orleans. And the Panthers have scored to extend their lead. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. The Niners on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's Ryan, and finding the tight end Hooper. And they're going to get this one up past the 25. A good pickup there at 20 yards. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. The Patriots, they've opened a 2-touchdown advantage in that one. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Matt Bosher now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always. Hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
They pitch it out to High, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be sanctioned.